It's no secret that the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens is one of the better rivalries in the NFL. Some may think it is the best rivalry in the NFL. I mean, it's always a good game with these two, normally coming down to the last possession. And the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens face off week 5 this season. But the trash talking has already started, man. Baltimore Ravens corner Marlon Humphrey has made a statement about Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Kenny Pickett, calling him tiny hands. He say two hands, Kenny. Tiny hands, man. Man, that, I understand. Like I said, the rivalry with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Baltimore Ravens. It originated with the Cleveland Browns, when they was Cleveland, and then that they moved to Baltimore. So the Ravens just inherited, the rival from the old Browns, man, and it's been a good one. Back and forth battles. If you look at the head coaches, Harbaugh and Tomlin, they're pretty similar, in their resumes and stuff like that. So the rivalry, man, it's a good one. Like I said, it's heated. It's must-watch TV, when these two teams play. Hard-fought game, and it's going to be week 5, man, with these comments, man. It's going to be must-watch TV, as you can see, man. It's going to live up to the bill, I believe, like Steelers Ravens always do. And saying things before games, man, to a motivated quarterback, I believe can come back to haunt you. Like Marlon Humphreys, he's injured, so he may be coming back the Pittsburgh Steeler game. You never know the timeline on his return, but you don't want to be, not 100%. And by week 5, Kenny Pickett will be cooking, man, I believe. So you'll be getting a good version of Mr. Pickett, man, and you're just coming back, so that can be a little dangerous, man. I believe, I forget the safety's name for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I believe his first name might have been Anthony something. I want to say Anthony Smith was a safety, and he had some words to say about, when the Steelers went up there to play Tom Brady and the Patriots, he guaranteed a win and things like that. And if you could remember that game, man, it just seems like Tom Brady just kept throwing the ball in his area, just kept finding him, and that guy, after that game, I haven't seen him since, man. So, and he wasn't trash talking Tom Brady. He just said, he guaranteed a win for the Steelers, and he's a defensive player. Tom Brady, man, it's, took that as a shot, meaning, oh, you're going to stop me. That's probably how he took it, and he kind of picked on the guy all game. So, Kenny Pickett may take that similar approach, especially if Marlon Humphrey's coming off an injury. You call me tiny hands, small hands, man, and you're not 100%. I can make you pay for that, and yeah, it's going to be another one of those games, man. I think, if you look at the game, Kenny Pickett won, man, and it was a last minute drive. Mr. Small Hands, Mr. Tiny Hands, man, he put that drive together, getting away from the pass rush and finding Najee Harris on the run. So I don't know if that may be, if that play still stings, if that's still in the back of Marlon Humphrey's head, seeing Tiny Hands, two hands putting together a game-winning play versus his defense. So, maybe that has something to do with it, or it's just trash talking for the rivalry period. Like I said, man, it's must-see TV. It's Steelers Ravens, week 5, by that time the Pittsburgh Steelers been played Cleveland Browns too. So, second division game coming week 5. That's always going to be something, especially when it's the Ravens. And like I said, Marlon Humphrey, man, hopefully, you know, if he's talking trash and he's not going to be out there, I mean, that would be unfortunate. You know, you motivate Mr. Pickett, aka Two Hands, or what you want to call him. You motivate him to take it out on your guys, man. At least if you're going to trash talk the guy, be available, you know, to back it up yourself, you know, with your play, and not put your guys out there in the crossfire, you know. So hopefully Marlon Humphreys will be available to play, and so you can really see, so it can really be must-see TV. Hey, you called me small hands, tiny hands, and you're out there. Let's see what you got. So another some more fuel to add to the fire. Steelers Ravens, which you really don't need to do that because it's already ablaze. It's already heated up as it is, with just the history of it. You know, when you go back, you know, with the Terrell Suggs, Big Ben's, and, you know, Ray Lewis and all that, Hines Ward, man, Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed. I mean, it's just, it's endless, you know, the way those things went, and this how every game ends. It's a 3-point game either way you look at it, man. Whether a team scores the touchdown to win by 3, or they kick a field goal to win by 3, you know, either way it goes, it's always a one possession 3-point game, you know. So, and it's looking like it's going to be another good one come week 5. So Marlon Humphreys calling out Kenny Pickett, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback, calling them small hands. And that's just something that Kenny Pickett just, you know, he had to endure that throughout his whole draft analysis, man. Everybody, that was the thing on him. He's a pro-ready guy, you know, ran a pro system in Pitt, the most pro-ready quarterback, plug and play. But his only downfall was his hand size, and he wore 2 gloves, you know. So that didn't stop the Pittsburgh Steelers from taking him, and it looks like that is not that's not an issue at all, because if you look at the fumbles, you know, he didn't fumble the ball at all. I mean, he fumbled, but you know what I mean, he didn't, that wasn't the case. You know, his hands was not an issue with him dropping the ball. He didn't have ball security issues, is what I meant to say. So his hands did not jeopardize him from, you know, keep him from making plays. As like I said, the game-winning drive, you see the ball stayed in his hands. He rolled out every time he scrambles with the ball in his hands. It stays there. So small hands thing is just always something, you know. There's always a critique, a knock on a player. Nobody's perfect, you get it. So small hands is Kenny's, and we'll just see week 5 how Marlon Humphrey and the Ravens defense do against Mr. Kenny Pickett, aka small hands is what he want to call him. I don't think it was a wise move, because Kenny Pickett already looks like he's motivated for this year, and then you do that. So good luck, and we'll see week 5. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get all the new videos. And until next time, I'm out.